Okay, fantastic. So a question, and I'm going to pick up themes. So all members, 1,000 members on the video, on the webinar. We may not have a chance to pick all questions, but I've tried to pick up the key themes based on what Shiv has shared with us. So Shiv, the first question, the only rule in the rapid fire.
Only three. Yeah.
Shiv, we'll try and cover some more questions, but I'm just trying to say if you're comfortable, each question you can answer for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's take as many questions as possible. People have been waiting all through to ask questions. So we'll take as many questions as possible. And maybe if you keep the answer to 30 seconds, we'll be able to cover more questions. So the first question coming your way. People stand in long, long queues outside temples, sometimes almost for 12, 13, 15 hours. Is it faith or is it blind faith?
Boy. Look, I do pray to God. I do have faith, but I am not a temple going person. I have not gone to temples in the last 40 years, maybe once or twice, and that's the end of it. But I have never left my home without my prayer. And my major prayer is the serenity prayer. And in our program, leadership program, we cover something called auto-suggestions. And I think when you are cleansing yourself every day, and if you understand what is spirituality, I was addressing a World Congress of Cardiologists, and the topic was science and spirituality. And you know what I did, the dictionary meaning of spirituality was anything that lifts your spirit is spiritual. Anything that lifts your spirit. And you need to understand what lifts your spirit. And you know something, you keep hearing from people saying, parents tell their kids, do what feels good, do what feels good, do what feels good. You hear that all the time. But I come from the old school, and my old school says, you know what? Says, feeling good is a natural outcome of doing good. And doing good is a natural outcome of being good. I repeat, feeling good is a natural outcome of doing good, and doing good is a natural outcome of being good. If you are good, you do good, you feel good. How can you feel good when you don't do good? There are some people who keep going to temples 40 years all their life, and they do nothing. And there are people who listen to the scriptures all their life, and they do nothing. Tell me one place in the scriptures where they say, when the enemy is coming and picking up your wife and you're kidnapped, and they're kidnapping your family and troubling them, you go into the temples and do bhajan kirtan. कहाँ लिखा है ऐसा? कहाँ मेरे को एक जगह बता दो, भगवत गीता में लिखा हो, रामायण में लिखा हो, महाभारत में लिखा हो, कि जहां पर आपके बहू बेटियों की इज्जत लूट रहे हो और वहां भजन कीर्तन करो आप? Where does it say that? Not one.
Yeah. Okay. So faith or blind faith?
You see, faith is good.
Yeah.
Blind, you see, the faith part is that there are so many things that are mystery which make you believe in God, which is perfectly fine, and I do.
Sure. So how do you build resilience in these unprecedented times?
Look, I repeat, think about it. How come under the same set of circumstances, some people break records while others break themselves? How come? Now, wait a minute, I must answer this question carefully. And that is, how do you build resilience in these troubled times? You don't. Answer is you don't. Not in resilient times. Let me explain to you. You see, you hear many times, Sahil, that adversity builds character. Adversity builds character. Incorrect. Incorrect. Adversity does not build character. Adversity reveals character more than it builds.
Wow, brilliant. Adversity reveals character, it doesn't build character.
Now hear this. An athlete constantly keeps preparing all his life. Athletes keep preparing all his life. When time comes to compete, he does not prepare at the time of competition. He reveals his preparation at the time of competition. Similarly, character building does not take place at the time of adversity. Character keeps building all your life. And when adversity comes, if you have built, you can overcome. If you don't have it, adversity will overcome you. You don't build character at the time of adversity. You reveal character at that time.
Super. Very well said, Shiv. Next question. Who do you idealize?
I idolize people like Guru Gobind Singh Sahib. I've read the histories of 10 Sikh Gurus. I idolize people like Sardar Patel. I idolize people like Netaji Subhash. I mean, they are my gifts to me. They are people who have done something for the country, and I idolize them.
Great. So Shiv, let's very quickly move to the next one. Apart from your own books, which book would you recommend that our readers read?
Okay.
Because everyone loves your books, but apart from your own books.
Okay. My new one is the latest one anyway, which came out. You Can Achieve More. But I would, apart from my books, I would recommend a couple of them. One is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And a second one I would highly recommend is Psycho-Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Excellent book. Psycho-Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Another one is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. I repeat, Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And one more, fourth one is I'm Okay, You're Okay by Dr. Thomas Harris. I'm Okay, You're Okay by Thomas Harris. Excellent book.
Super.
How to deal with people.
Great. Shiv, we have a lot of parents also on the chat, and they're wondering, saying they're going through stress, they're going through difficult moments. How do they take care of their children?
Well,
indoors.
I can relate to that because I have children, I have grandchildren, and so on, and I can see they're growing up, they're restless, they can't go out many places, and fairly so. And this is the time where we people need to keep them busy at home. And I recall when we were kids, I'm talking of now 60 years ago, we were kids. I mean, we used to play indoor household games. Did you remember carom board? Don't see carom board here. I don't see in modern homes anybody having a carom board. You know, in the last 8 weeks, every day with my grandchildren, we play a game of Ludo. We play a game for snakes and ladders. We play, and we haven't started carom, and darts we were playing with them. And invariably, my wife, which is their grandmother, she keeps winning in snakes and ladders, and we call her Snake Charmer. She's become the Snake Charmer. So you know something, we must somehow and develop new habits. I enjoy cooking. My grandchildren have learned enjoy cooking, and I have started learning singing here in the last 8 weeks. And earlier, I always wanted to do it in my life, but haven't been able to do it. But you know something, now my wife says you can sing in public right now. I said, okay, great.
Wow, we want to hear you, Shiv.
Well, another time. Right now my throat is hurting, but my point I'm trying to make is that you have to find some way to keep them running in a constructive manner. And I encourage my kids to read books. And they are getting into the habit of reading books. And by the way, my grandchildren every day watch some positive video every day. They watch one positive video every day, 1 hour. They don't go to sleep. My daughter and my grandchildren, 1 hour every night is their learning and bonding together every night. So we have to do that. There's no other way.
Yeah. Shiv, how do you handle conflict?
You know something, many times you hear, in fact, my next book is on relationship that is coming next year. And it says very clearly, it is more rewarding to dissolve conflicts than, it is more rewarding to dissolve conflicts than, it'll come.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Yeah, it is more rewarding to resolve conflicts than dissolve relationships. Resolve conflicts don't dissolve relationships. Resolve conflicts do not dissolve relationships. And that is the crucial part in our life. And sometimes people say that time heals things. Time does not heal anything. You have to address them. You see, you have a septic in your leg. If time was healing it, why do you go to the doctor? Time doesn't heal. If you don't do anything about it, it will infect your entire body. Time doesn't heal anything. Sometimes people say, oh, no, go to a vacation. When you are having problem, you take your problem to your vacation, and your problem goes along with you to vacation. It does not make sense. There are people keep fighting there, and that does not make any sense. So I think, you know what I want to make one point to you here. Oh, okay, this is important. Since you brought this relationship part, so now you need to give me 2.5 more minutes to speak on.
Please, everyone's very keen to hear you.
You see, In our leadership program, we cover this 2 hours. You see, my book that is coming on relationship, about 200 to 300 years ago, in the Western world, there was no concept of love marriage. I repeat, 200 to 300 years ago, there was no concept of love marriage. Pretty much all marriages were so-called arranged marriages. And granted, they might have had problems, but by and large, they lasted. Okay. But today, in the modern world, almost 100% of marriages in the Western world are so-called love marriages. 100%. And in spite of having love marriages, there is 60–70% divorce rate. California, 90% divorce rate. Why is that? You know something? Then there are people, they have come up with a midway. You know what a midway is? Midway is, let us live in together without making any commitment. Let's live together without making any
commitment.
And you ask them the purpose of living. You know what they say? Hey, to check compatibility. My question to everybody who's listening in the program is, have you ever seen a compatible couple in this world? Show me one. There is no one compatible couple in this world. This is only a terminology which has been invented by the divorce attorneys. Only divorce attorneys, you are not compatible. Show me one compatible couple in this world. You know something? It is not compatibility that keeps a relationship going. It is our ability to live with the incompatibilities in life that keeps the relationship going. Here is, other than values, nothing in life is compatible. Other than that, values have to be compatible. Other than that, it is all adjustment, flexibility. And you know what a person needs is, you need commitment. You need commitment. You know what the commitment says? Commitment says, I am predictable. I am predictable in this unpredictable world. And it also says, I will stand by you no matter what. It does not say, I will stand by you till I find a better one. It doesn't say that. So what is missing is compatibility. You know something? And compatibility keeps changing also. Today, let us say a couple is compatible. They both enjoy watching plays. Tomorrow, one decides he's not watching plays and he doesn't like it anymore. So will you say, you cheated me? Will you say you cheated me? This is absolutely foolishness, outright foolishness, nothing else.
So Shiv, what's the interplay between compatibility and compromise?
Now, you see, we can get into another area. You see, conflict resolution is one area. Compromise is another area. Compromise does not mean appeasement. Compromise does not mean pushing the problem under the rug, because it will come back again. There has to be resolution. Resolution is the word. We need to learn to resolve. Resolve. And resolution takes many things. You know what keeps a relationship going? It is maturity of thinking. Maturity is the word. Maturity. Not compatibility. That is stupidity. Superb. There is no compatible couple in this world.
Superb. Fantastic, Shiv. I can't thank you more from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of HRFI. I think we're all going to look forward to your next book, and more importantly, you being back with us at HRFI to launch your next book on relationships. It was just the start of talking about compatibility, conflict, and there was a joke going around saying, if I have spent the last 2 months at home with my spouse, I can solve anything in the world. So, I think, Shiv, it's been an absolute honor. It's been a pleasure. We have thoroughly enjoyed hearing you. 1,000+ members. I wish we could get a lot more in, but we had a setback on technology. I think we've made a comeback. Thank you for your time. I'm going to request Sumit to do a formal vote of thanks, but signing off, thanks done, Shiv.